I'm gonna read from my tale from the book Tales of Hank. It's fifth tale of Hank and the girl who knew the pain of all ugly things. Far away from Hank's town, in a town called Nina, there lived a girl who knew the pain of all ugly things. Her name was Aliyah, but there in her hometown she became known as the ugly girl. Because every time she came close to yet another ugly thing, the pain of that thing would flow into her heart, still all over her body, make her skin sick with sores and rashes, make her hair fall out, and give her bad dreams. And that ate away her beauty and made her look awful. The ugly girl knew she was ugly, and she was used to being treated badly, to being disliked and laughed at, and she endured it all with patience, trying to make herself small, almost invisible. There were days when only ugly things talked to her, and the more she knew their pain, the uglier she became. Here I made a little drawing of an ugly girl talking with an ugly thing. There were days, when one day she saw a very handsome boy at the market and fell in love with him. Ali thought the boy would never love her because she was so ugly, and she tried hard to forget about him, but she could not. She went back to the market and saw him again, chatting and laughing with a couple of very pretty girls. And she felt so bad that she turned around, ran home, packed a few things, and left her town hoping she would find a cure for her ugliness or die trying, because she could not live with it anymore. For 3 years she traveled the world, working hard for a meal and a place to sleep at night, asking everybody she met if they knew how she could get a cure from being so ugly. And then, one day, she heard about Hank, the blind, six-fingered man who had the magic to make things beautiful. Hopeful, Alea set off to see Hank right away. She found his house and had to force herself to walk in and talk to Hank, since she was so used to being invisible to other people, to hide herself most of the time. But Hank heard her and hugged her and held her face. As he stroked it tenderly with his six-fingered hands, Aliyah became transformed. Her skin started to glow. Her hair became thick and flowing. She became taller and straighter. She looked at herself in a mirror that Hank had in the hallway, and she was so amazed at what she saw that she said, "I love you, Hank, for what you did for me." And Hank's heart jumped with joy and he said, "I love you too. You have a blessed life now, beautiful Aliyah." Hurriedly, Aliyah, the ugly girl who now turned beautiful, left Hank's house and started walking in the direction of her own town. And then she saw an ugly thing, and she felt its pain, and this pain of the ugly thing ate a little bit of her beauty. But the girl kept walking home. It was a long journey, and on her way she saw quite a few ugly things and felt their pain. And as she felt their pain, her skin got pale, and rashes spread all over her skin, and her hair thinned. By the end of the week, Aliyah's new beauty was gone, and she became ugly again. So she turned around and went back to see Hank again. That's the end of part 1 of this video. If you like it, there's going to be part 2, and you can like me down there. There should be some like button. You can subscribe to the channel I'll have more stories, and I'll have part 2 of this same tale to find out what's happening with Alia.